The sun has come up, and I'm sitting by the window that is fogging with breath of a life gone by. I'm tired this morning. 2 shirts, heavy pants, a scarf wrapped twice around my neck and tucked into thick sweater knit by my hear the muffled sounds of crying in the distance and know exactly who's making those sounds. Then the nurses see me and we smile at each other and exchange greetings. They are my friends and we talk often, but I'm sure they wonder about me and the things that I go through every day. I listen as they begin to whisper among themselves as I pass. There he goes again, I hear. I hope it turns out well, but they say nothing directly to me about it. I'm sure they think it will hurt me to talk about it so early in the morning. And knowing myself as I do, I think they're probably right. A minute later, I reach my room. The door has been propped open for me, as it usually is. There are two others in the room, and they do smile at me as I enter. Good morning, they say with cheery voices, and I take a moment to ask about the kids and the school and upcoming vacations. We talk about the crying for a minute or so. They do not seem to notice they have become numb to it, but then again, so have I. Afterward, I sit in the chair that has come to be shaped like me. They are finishing up now. Her clothes are on, but still she's crying. It will become quieter after they leave. I know. The excitement of the morning always upsets her. And today it's not. is not the total answer. This I know. This I have learned in my lifetime. And that leaves me with the belief that miracles, no matter how inexplicable or unbelievable, are real and can occur without regard to the natural order of things. So, once again, just as I do every day, I begin to read the notebook aloud so she can hear it, in the hope that the miracle that has come to dominate my life will once again prevail, and maybe, just